sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L.
The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime takes place in the year 1998 around the town of Swindon, England. The 15-year-old narrator of the story, Christopher John Francis Boone, discovers the limp body of his neighbor's poodle, Wellington, on his neighbor's front lawn one afternoon and is determined to discover the murderer. His investigation is at times aided and other times hampered by the mild form of autism he lives with. The conflict is revealed when Christopher sets out to uncover the murderer of Wellington and discovers information that his father has been withholding from him for most of his life. This makes him feel like he can't trust his dad and he feels threatened by him. Christopher runs off to London to visit his mother. Christopher's father visits every so often to show he still cares about Christopher. Christopher is an extremely intelligent person and continues to take advanced level math classes throughout the end of the book. My favorite character is Toby, Christopher's pet rat. Although it may not seem like Toby has a big role in the novel, I would disagree. When all the chaos in Christopher's life is going on, he always has Toby. Christopher treats his pet like his best friend. When Christopher is on his way to his mom's house, Toby is his only companion on his lonely journey. My favorite scene in this eventful novel is when the cops arrive at the scene of Wellington's murder. This is my favorite scene because shortly after Christopher is arrested for hitting the police officer, he is sitting in the back seat of a police car and gets a feeling of happiness because he knows the police officer did his job. I like this not only because of the humor I got from Christopher punching a police officer, but to show Christopher's perspective. If everyone looked at every situation trying to find the good in it like Christopher does, the world would be a much better place. Christopher doesn't even know all of the positive attributes about himself that he shows in little scenes like this. This transitions right into my favorite quote of the book. Christopher says, "Everyone has learning difficulties, because learning to speak French or understanding relativity is difficult." This is amazing coming from someone who is considered mentally handicapped. Christopher does not let his condition affect him and continues to look on the bright side of things. I would recommend this book to as many people as I can. It's not too hard of a read, but there are so many lessons you can take out of it, regardless of your age. I was recommended this book by a friend, and I am very thankful that I read this book for my outside reading and was not stuck with a worse book to read.